everyone. This is CS Divesh Goyal, practicing company secretary from Delhi. I welcome all of you on our YouTube channel, FC Divesh Goyal, that is relating to the corporate lawless updates. So in our last video, we have discussed about the amendment under the annual report. We have discussed about the amendment under the director report. So in this video, in the sequence, we will discuss about the amendment under the auditor report. What are the changes ministry have made under the auditor report for the financial year 2021-22? As we know, every year we are seeing a lot of amendment has been made by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. This year also, ministry have made so many amendments relating to the auditor report, which will be applicable on the financial year ended 31st March 2022. We are in the month of August. The August and September month is full of, we can say, jam-packed with the audits. So everyone must be aware about the amendment under the auditor report, the amendment under the disclosure under the auditor report. So let's start discussion on the amendment under the auditor report. On 24th March 2021, Ministry of Corporate Affairs has issued a notification and made the amendment under Companies Audit and Auditors Amendment Rule 2021. So 24th March 2021, they come up with the Companies Audit and Auditors Amendment Rule 2021, and these rule applicable from the 1st April 2021. As these rule applicable from the 1st April 2021, that's why this amendment will be applicable for the financial year 2021-22. So now the question arises, what type of amendment ministry have made? What are the impact of this amendment? So let's discuss about this amendment one by one in this video. So before going to the amendment, let me just give you a little bit brief about the auditor report. Practically many times we have seen people are talking about like this, कि auditor report के format में change हो गया है. There are change under the format of the auditor report, but there is nothing like this. Auditor report does not have any format. Auditor report is prepared on the basis of some section, basis of some rules, like section 143 subsection 3. 143 subsection 3 state about the matter which a auditor should cover in their auditor report. Along with section 143 subsection 3, there is one rule 11. Rule 11 of the Companies Audit and Auditors Rule 2014. Along with 143 subsection 3, auditor have to cover the disclosure mentioned under Rule 11 also in their auditor report. So practically speaking, auditor report does not have any format. Auditor report is prepared on the basis of the disclosure. Disclosure mentioned under section 143 subsection 3 plus disclosure mentioned under Rule 11. When we combine both of these disclosures, then we can say our auditor report will be complete. So by this amendment, Ministry have made amendment under Rule 11. By Companies Audit and Auditors Amendment Rule, Ministry have made amendment under Rule 11. Rule 11 is also part of the disclosure of the auditor report. And one more thing. Before going to the amendment, one thing I want to clarify. Many persons have a question, or many times persons have asked the question to me in my seminars, through my social media channels, that whether Rule 11 of the auditors, Rule 11 of the auditor report applicable on all the companies or exemption are given to some companies. So I would like to say one thing. These amendments are applicable to all the companies. Section 143 subsection 3 plus Rule 11 is applicable on the each type of company, whether it is a small company, non-small company, whether it is a public company, whether it is a private company, all type of company have to comply 143 subsection 3 plus Rule 11 while finalizing the auditor report. So every chartered accountant have to keep this clause in mind. Every chartered accountant have to keep this point in mind by preparation of the auditor report. So let's start with the discussion on the amendment. Amendment under Rule 11. Rule 11, as before this amendment, Rule 11 covers 4 clauses A to D, A, B, C, and D. The first amendment made by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, they have omitted the rule. They have omitted the clause D from the Rule 11. Means, जो Rule 11 का clause D है, उससे Ministry ने Rule 11 से delete कर दिया है, remove कर दिया है. तो clause D किससे related है? As you can read on my screen. Clause D of the Rule 11 is relating to the specified bank notes. As we know, 2016 में demonetization हुआ था इंडिया में. Due to that demonetization, a new disclosure has been added under auditor report about the specified bank note. Now demonetization has already been passed 5 years back. So now the specified bank note does not have any relevance in the auditor report. Due to that, Ministry of Corporate Affairs is now deleting the clause relating to the specified banknotes from the auditor report. So this year, while the chartered accountant, while the auditors will prepare the audit report, they don't have to mention any information. They don't have to mention any clause like specified banknotes. The provision of the specified banknotes has been completely removed from the, we can say, auditor report. This is the first amendment under the auditor report. Then what ministry have made? They have added 3 new clauses under Rule 11. Clause E, Clause F, and Clause G. So 3 new clauses has been added. Means 1 clause is removed and 3 new clauses has been added. Let's discuss about those clauses. First, I will discuss about the Clause F. This is a new disclosure. Whether the dividend declared or paid during the year by the company is in compliance with Section 123 of the Companies Act. Till now, it was not required by the auditor to verify the process of declaration of dividend. अभी तक auditors को ये verify नहीं करना था अपनी रिपोर्ट में कि कंपनी ने डिविडेंड डिक्लेयर करने के लिए जो प्रोसेस फॉलो किया है, क्या वो कंप्लीट सेक्शन 123 फॉलो किया है या नहीं किया है. बट दिस ईयर अगर आप ऐसी किसी कंपनी के ऑडिटर हैं, the company have declared the dividend, then make sure you have good knowledge of section 123. Make sure you have make the proper check the proper compliances of section 123, because now it is the responsibility of the auditor to mention in their auditor report that whether the dividend declared or paid in the year is compliant with the 123. So section 123 के जो भी compliances है auditor को वो check करने पड़ेंगे, चाहे वो we can say example के लिए whether it is relating to the board meeting, whether it is relating to the opening of the separate bank account, whether it is relating to the distribution of dividend, whatever. Auditor have to check each and every compliance of section 123 for mentioning the clause F. So this is a new responsibility, we can say a new burden on the shoulder of the auditor. This is first new clause added. Second new clause, clause E. Now, as we know, there are amendments under Schedule 3 also. Definitely in the next video, I will discuss about the Schedule 3. But one clause I want to discuss right now. Under Schedule 3, there is one new disclosure by the management. Management को नया disclosure देना है Schedule 3 में, that management will give a disclosure that company has not given any loan to company B for the purpose was given to the company C. For an example, your company is company A. तो कंपनी ए की मैनेजमेंट को अपनी बैलेंस शीट के नोट्स टू अकाउंट में डिस्क्लोजर देना है कि कंपनी ए ने कंपनी बी को ऐसा कोई भी लोन, एडवांस या इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं किया है जो कंपनी बी कंपनी ए के बिहाफ पे कंपनी सी में इन्वेस्ट करेगी या सी को लोन देगी. So there should not be any such type of transaction from company A to company B and company B to company C on the behalf of company A. So management has to report this provision in their financial statement, in their notes to financial statement. So if management has mentioned in their financial statement कि company ने ऐसा कोई transaction नहीं किया है, then auditor have to check that notification. Auditor have to check all the documents relating to that transaction. And if auditor is also on the same point with the management कि management ने ऐसा कुछ नहीं किया है, then auditor will give this disclosure in their auditor report based on the such audit procedure that the auditor has considered reasonable and appropriate in the circumstance. Nothing has come to their notice that caused them to believe that representation under subclause 1 and 2 contain any material misstatement. So management जो भी अपना disclosure देगी financial statement के notes to accounts में, auditor have to verify that statement. If auditor is on the same line with the management, they will mention there is no material misstatement. But if auditor find out the statement made by the management is not correct, then auditor will mention in the auditor report that this is a misstatement. So as per clause I, clause E divided into 3 parts, I, 2I, triple I. As per clause I is applicable on the company A. As per clause 2 is applicable on the company C. So auditor have to very careful. Auditor have to check the details in the notes to account. Auditor have to take the representation from the director of such company. Auditor have to check all the transactions of the company in respect of loan, advance in their respective document. This is the clause number 2 added under the auditor report. So अभी तक हमने 3 amendment discuss किया. Number 1, specified banknote delete. Number 2, auditor have to report that company have complied with section 123. Number 3, auditor have to give their report, give their statement on the, give their representation on the statement of the management. And the third amendment is clause G. Clause G is relating to the audit trail. As we know, audit trail provision has already been extended by the ministry for the next year. So this year you don't have to give anything on the audit trail. So this year you have to do only one thing: specified bank notes not required to mention, and 2 new disclosure are required to be mentioned under auditor report. So these are the amendment under the disclosure under the auditor report. The draft format of the auditor report I will also publish on my website, that is www.csdiveshgoyal.in, till the end of this week. So you can get from the drafts from there also. Hope you like the video. Hope this video is useful for you. Please like it. Please click on the like button. Please subscribe our channel. You will get the regular basis this type of video. Thank you so much.